It's cold. It's very, very cold. Okay. Let me muster up the strength. Come with me, and while I take that cold shower, I will share with you the benefits of doing it, and then I will let you know why I decided to give myself a 30-day cold shower challenge. Come, let's do it. How was that for an acting performance? I think I need a BAFTA for that one. At least give me a thumbs up or a heart for the effort. Yeah, can you see the heart? Anyway, there you saw the benefits of doing cold water showering. There are a lot of them. And so why did I decide to do it? Even though we know all of the benefits, it doesn't mean that you end up doing something that you know can be really good for you. Well, I was just feeling really, really blah over the winter and just lack of energy, just feeling, quite down. I had started static trapeze, and I thought that would, give me a little boost, which it has, and it did. It's super fun. I'm still doing it. Changed up a little bit in my yoga practice, but it just wasn't hitting the spot. So every morning I kept waking up and my intuition kept saying cold water shower, cold water shower. And I just kept pushing it away. No. But then my intuition kept screaming and saying cold water shower, cold water shower. And I said, okay, all right, okay, maybe that's what I need, something to just really jolt me into another kind of state of consciousness. So I decided I was going to take myself through 30 days of cold water showering. And I didn't really follow the Wim Hof method, even though he is someone that I am a fan of, and I've listened to many of his interviews. I had just been thinking back to things that I used to do and that made me feel really good. And cold water showers was actually a part of my routine many, many years ago when I was studying Kundalini yoga. I always splashed my face with super cold water. I always end like when I wash my hair with cold water and on the scalp, because I've always heard that is really good for circulation. And I used to end my showers just briefly with that cold water, but not in this way. So I got going. The first 3 days was literally like the intro to this video. I woke up, eyes open, almost screaming, no, I don't want to do it. It was literally like it was an insult to my ego, and my ego tried to get me out of it. But I said, all right, I'm going to go through this very gradually, and jumped in the shower, started off with hot water, and then gradually I would start to turn the knob until it started to get cold, until I was at a level that I felt that I could comfortably be under at that moment. And then I would just turn my body around, front, face, head, under my armpits and back and legs, and just move around a little bit. I wasn't just standing still, I was just moving around. And next day I would try to turn the knob a little bit more until it got colder, continued on. And then after the first 3 days, it really started to get better. And then I could start to relax a little bit more under the water. Don't know exactly how long I am in the shower or how long I am under the cold water, but it probably initially was maybe like 30 seconds. And then now I have gradually increased it to maybe around a minute, over a minute. But as I started to be able to relax and settle in and just really feel the cold water and focus on my breathing, I started to notice, how under my armpits I was so warm, like fire. In the back of my neck, in the back, like in my entire back, felt really, really hot. Not so much in the front of my body. And then as I started to notice the differences between basically the temperature around the different parts of my body, I focused on those areas and breathed and stood a little bit longer. And that was very interesting to me. But what I noticed after I'd taken the shower was just how invigorated I felt, and also how invigorated I started to feel for the rest of the day. Like just invigorated in my body, but also really invigorated in my mind. So I knew that I was really onto something, and that this is something that I, had to do. And then I just kept turning the knob and turning the knob, kept staying under for longer and longer. And now I'm almost at the end of, how cold my shower gets, and it almost feels like it's not cold enough. Maybe some showers are colder than others, I think so. But definitely it's fine. I stay under there, and now I try to relax and I stay for as long as I can. And I'm beyond 30 days. I am actually in my 7th week. And now what I've done is I've started to focus on my hands. And that's something I didn't do for the first 30 days. I just basically focused on like the whole body and those particular areas. And now I focus on my hands, because I notice when I put my hands under the water, my fingers and my hands get ice cold. And it's something that I've noticed when I hold my phone. The latest phone is so big and heavy that if I hold it for longer periods of time, I actually lose a little bit of circulation in my hands. So I want to start to notice over time if the temperature in my hands actually change and are shifting, because right now they feel like ice cubes. So yeah, that is what I did for the reason why I did 30 days. I am going to continue. I think that this is really a wonderful way for health, for well-being, to feel alive. And especially now that I've realized that I'm in perimenopause or menopause, I feel more hot than I normally have been feeling, and just like lack of energy, just this fatigue and brain fog. So for me at this stage of my life, I am just thrilled with just such a simple technique to incorporate into my routine. Also, in the benefits, it will say that it makes you feel, tighter in your muscles, and that is also definitely something that I have noticed. I'm quite excited for going into the summer with this cold water therapy, because I tend to feel like bloated in my legs and swollen in my legs from the heat. And this is a wonderful way of just moving lymph and getting circulation going. So I will see how that goes. All right, so I think that was basically it. Yes, so thumbs up to cold water therapy. I am going to look a little bit more into the Wim Hof method. I was talking to one of my friends here, and she loves that method too. And I think at some point we will definitely go and meet Wim Hof and maybe do a cold water immersion with him. That would be super fun. Let me know if you take cold showers, if this is something that intrigues you, and if you've done it, how it has helped you, and let us share notes. Okay, I hope it was informational, and share with me in the comments your own thoughts. Mwah! Bye.